Hello everyone, it's me, Juliette Bryant. I wanted to talk a little bit about my Wild Woman work and also about my Sacred Sexuality course that's coming up, and I just wanted to have a little chat about it. One of the things I feel really passionate about and have done for the last few years is supporting people, including myself, to journey into their true essence. So connecting into that divine feminine, divine masculine, finding that beautiful sacred union within ourselves and feeling how that feels within your body and how that ripples out into the world. A few years ago, I'd got I'd been pregnant and had my third child and noticed a real shift in my energy. Had become more insecure about myself. I was older, and so the losing the baby weight was taking longer, which didn't worry me on one level, but on another level, I didn't feel quite so feminine and quite so secure in who I was. And then also my sex drive just went. And for me, that was something very strange. So I started to work on what was going on energetically. I started to look at what was happening in my body. Why was I feeling the way I was feeling? What was going on? What was different? Not labeling right or wrong on what was going on, but just investigating and exploring. And this really amazing process of unraveling who my wild woman is started to come about. And some of it was through nutritional work to balance the hormones, but it was this deep calling of the earth, this deep awakening that the earth was saying, hello, hello, it's time. It's time to come back now into your true essence. It's time to stand in your power and shine. It's really time to come home and be that beautiful divine goddess that you are. So this is a journey that's ongoing, but after doing some work for about a year or so on myself, I decided I felt the need to spread this out and start working with people on this level. I'd been running women's circles for years before that, so I wasn't new into this field, but the journey was so much deeper than it had been. And I really wanted to share that, because how I work is I work from a space of sharing what I'm going through or what I've just been through, my journey, because then it's coming from that truth, that authenticity, which is so important. So I started running Wild Women online retreats because we were in lockdown at the time. So supporting women online through these journeys, these day journeys into the divine goddess within us, and really releasing that in all her colours, whether it be the Kali rage or, that beautiful sensual sexuality, or whether it be that quiet, introspective person. Whatever it is, they all are welcome. Everyone's welcome into the space. And it's that loving acceptance of who we are in the moment that is so important, because society has preconceptions of what we should be as women, how we should act. So it's actually going back to the truth of who are we and how do we want to act, what wants to come out. But doing this in a loving, respectful way for ourselves and others is also an important aspect within this, not just raging and leaving devastation everywhere we go. But we have to start learning to be true to our voice, to allow that inner voice to come through. So this is really where the Wild Woman work came from, and I've been running these retreats now for the last few years, and it's really been beautiful and deepening. And we had one recently, a couple of weeks ago, which was amazing in the Yurt, which is a beautiful space to drop into feeling, because it's like entering the womb. And we had some really amazing deep connections, really incredible. So do check out the events page on my website for when the future ones are coming up. We're going to be looking at all different types of things. Within the Wild Women work, we do cacao ceremonies, mushroom ceremonies, we have creativity, we have music, singing, we have dancing, movement, breath work, meditation, sharing, a beautiful space to just allow yourself to drop into yourself and be, and whatever comes up, to feel held and supported. So do check out that if you're interested in more of the Wild Women work. I'm also going to be running Wild Women Circles, monthly circles, here in Suffolk. So if you're interested in that, we will be in the limited spaces only. So it's really important that you book on that. But it's all on my events page on my website, juliettebryant.com. So a part of this journey with the Wild Woman has been tapping into that sexuality, that sensuality, really uncovering what's going on. I've had in my past quite a lot of issues with my sexuality through trauma when I was younger. So I've spent a long time working on releasing that trauma and really connecting. And as I get older, as I enter into a new phase of my life or start moving towards that, more wise woman than the young maiden, I really feel a deepening of my sexuality, of my pleasure, of my ability to tap into that. And through all the work I've done, I really want to share that with other women to help them access the beautiful pleasure that is our birthright, but also to look at how we can use that pleasure and work with that pleasure and our sexuality for enhancing our lives. For ourselves, so enhancing our creativity, enhancing our energy, enhancing our pleasure in being in the moment with ourselves. And this isn't about going out with other people, the engagement of sex with other people. You can apply all of these things to that, but it's really about a sacred sexuality within yourself, that relationship between yourself and your sex organs, between your sacred gateway, and how we can connect more deeply with that, and through that really come into ourselves. So that is the sacred sexuality work that I've been doing. Again, the details of that course are all on the website under events. If you've got any questions about any of it, please do let me know. Please send me a message. But I just wanted to share a little bit about where I was coming from with the work that I'm offering to be able to help and support you. I do also offer one-to-one work on the Wild Woman work and the sacred sexuality work. If this is something you wanted to just dive into privately, then message me about that. Lots of love to you all, and see you soon.